I'm going to be ranking the best center cards right now in NBA 2K23 My Team. We got a tier list here ranking from S that goes all the way down to D tier, and we have about 30 of the best center cards currently in my team. So let me know in the comment section down below what centers are you guys currently running on your squad, and of course let me know what you guys would change about my tier list. But looking at the first center is going to be actually more of a power forward, and that's going to be Dark Matter D-Rob, and that's going to be a trend with a lot of these cards on this list. A lot of them will be a lot better at the power forward position, but since you guys know the center position is one of the weakest positions in the game, especially just with the variety and the amount of depth in the center position, it's probably the weakest for depth 100%. Like, you got a card like D-Rob that is for sure in the B, maybe even A tier category, when he's like more of a power forward. I know he's still 7'1", he's got a 7'5" wingspan, still has a great player model, and he can run the center position until you match up against a Yao Ming, a Manute Bol. Then he's gonna get dominated every single play. But besides that, I still think D-Rob is a B tier center card, plays good defense, has a good player model, and a very solid jump shot. I would say Artis Gilmore gonna be in that A tier category, still a really good center, especially on defense. I think he's just a taller, better player model version of D-Rob. Very similar power forward cards though. I just think Artis gives you a little bit more on the defensive end. 95 block, 92 steal, 92 perimeter, 98 interior defense. He's got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge. Like, this card is a great defender at that center position, so I do think he's going to be an A tier. Manute Bol, I'm gonna go S. For sure the best center card in the game. I don't think he's the best card in the game, a card in the game though, with that invincible Victor Wembanyama, but he's still the best center by far. 7'7" at that center position, 8'5" wingspan. He probably has one of the best player models in my team. He's such a good defender. He just dominates the court on so many different levels. He can rebound, he can defend, he can mash, he can shoot threes, he can play make. I mean, this card can do everything you need from a center and more, and he's 7'7" with an 8'5" wingspan. Sean Bradley, I think, is just gonna have to be in D tier. Like I said, the center position depth is terrible. Like, Sean Bradley isn't a good center card, but he's like a top 35 center in the game, which is kind of ridiculous. If you look at the top 5 or top 35 shooting guards or small forwards or point guards, you get a way better card than Sean Bradley, but I do think he's going to be in that D tier category. Mark Eden, I'm gonna go S tier. Probably on like the lower side of S, but still an S tier center. 7'4" at that center position, 7'7" wingspan, and one of the best player models in the game for a center. He's such a good paint defender, 99 block, 87 steal, 94 perimeter defense, 98 interior, and also just such a good defender. Every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game, amazing defensive tendencies, almost maxed out with a 100 block shot, 100 contest shot, 95 on-ball steal, and a 98 pass interception. And his jump shot's really not that bad. Definitely not a good jump shot necessarily, but not a bad release if you need to agree with this card in the catch and shoot. I would say Mark Eden, a top 5 to 7 center in the game. Vlade Divac, I'm gonna go C tier. Not as bad as Sean Bradley because his stats are a lot better and does have a way better jump shot, can actually shoot threes, but I mean, the card is very mid when you look at his stats all around, so I think Vlade Divac gonna be in that C tier category. Dikembe Mutombo, very close debate between B tier and A. I think he's a little bit better at center than D-Rob. I'm gonna go A. I think I'm gonna go A tier for Dikembe. Still a really good defensive center card, great shot blocker. I just think he's so much better at power forward because of all the tall centers like Manute Bol, Yao Ming, and some more cards we'll talk about. So I think Dikembe is a way better power forward, but can still play that center position at a decently high level. I'm gonna put him in A tier. Walker Kessler, I think, is also gonna be in that A tier category. He does have a really good player model. Even though that he's only 7 foot at that center position, he does have a 7'4" wingspan, but a great player model, and he's an invincible. So 99 every single defensive stat, damn near. He's got every single Hall of Fame defensive badge in the game, almost maxed out defensive tendencies, but just that player model is super nice. He's quick, 97 speed, 97 acceleration, he's strong, right? He can play make really well for a center card. He's got a really good center jump shot with the Chris Bosh space and the John Wall upper on very quick timing. He can even move a little bit with the D-Mitch size up, the John Wall escape, and one of the more underrated big men in the game. I think Walker Kessler gonna be an A tier. Patrick Ewing, I'm gonna go C. Another like Vlade Divac card where he's not that terrible. He's not on the, you know, Sean Bradley giant center type of level where they can't run or they can't shoot a 3 ball, but he's just not a great card stats wise. His jump shot isn't great either, so I do think Patrick Ewing gonna be in C tier. Yao Ming, still gotta put him in the S tier category. Both Yao Mings gotta be an S. I wanted to have 2 Yao Mings just because, once again, not too much depth here on the center tier list, so I think both Yaos are for sure going to be in that S tier category. 7'6" at that center position, 7'9" wingspan, still one of the better center player models in the game. I mean, he weighs 310 pounds. Like, he's got such a wide player build. He's still such a good defender, paint masher. I mean, if you guys have used either the Galaxy Opal Yao Ming all the way back in January, or if you guys have used the Titans or the Hero version, it's Yao Ming. He's just so glitchy and overpowered every year in my team, but especially this year, I feel like he was really dominant on that Galaxy Opal version. George Mearson, another Sean Bradley type of card. He's just not going to be playable in game, only having what, 25 speed, 25 acceleration. I know he's 7'7" with a 7'11" wingspan, one of the best player models in the game, and he can actually shoot threes at a decent level, but you just can't have 25 speed, 25 acceleration at this stage of my team. So I think George Mearson got to be in D tier. Kristaps, for sure A. I think he honestly could be in the S tier category. Once again, more of a power forward. Like, I would say if you have Kristaps, you probably want to be running him at power forward, but if you needed to, he can still play center decently well. 7'3" with a 7'6" wingspan, and now that he's on his invincible version, he's actually going to be a great defender. 99 block, 99 steal, 99 perimeter. Like, he's actually got 99 in every single defensive category. Really good Hall of Fame defensive badges, only missing pick dodger and ankle braces on Hoff, and then he's also very quick, so he can keep up with some of the fastest centers in the game, and just all around really good offensively with a great jump shot. He can play make, he can put the ball on the floor. I think Kristaps for sure going to be in that A tier category. Joel Embiid, I'm going to go B tier, just because I do think he's better than a Vlade Divac and he's better than a Patrick Ewing. Not on D-Rob's level, but I gotta have some other center cards here in the B tier category, and he's not even near a Dikembe Mutombo, a Kristaps, a Artis Gilmore, or Walker Kessler, but I do think he's going to be in that middle range in the B tier category. Victor Wembanyama, I think is probably S tier, man. This card is still so good at that center position. I know it's on his invincible version. It's only his next version where his stats really aren't that great compared to the invincible. His jump shot isn't something overpowered. He doesn't have crazy good dribble sigs, but it's still a guy who is 7'5" at that center position, 8-foot wingspan, one of the best player models in the game, and he gets some of the craziest animations. If you guys have used either of the Victor Wembanyama cards, he's just so overpowered. I think he's still going to be a top 5 to 7 center in the game. I do think he's going to be an S tier personally. Wilt Chamberlain, kind of the same thing. I think I might go B tier for Wilt. I mean, I could probably go C tier for Wilt Chamberlain. I just don't like his jump shot. I know he plays good defense, but that jump shot's pretty horrendous, so I'm gonna go C tier for now for Wilt Chamberlain. Kareem, I think you got to go in A tier. Still a really good defensive power forward, but can also play that center position because of his defense. And I think he's a very similar power forward to a Dikembe Mutombo, much better at that power forward position, but still, if you have to, can play center at a decently high level. Brook Lopez, Marc Gasol, I think both going to be in B tier. Solid power forwards. I'm also going to move Joel Embiid down into the C tier category. I just don't think he's on the Brook Lopez, Marc Gasol, or D-Rob level. These three cards, actually these two cards, D-Rob and Marc Gasol, much better at power forward. Like, if you have either of these guys, you probably want to be running them at power forward, but still, if you had to run D-Rob and Marc Gasol at the center position, I think they're not bad. And then you got Brook Lopez, who's a really good interior defender, has a good jump shot. Just really wish he could play that power forward position. Invincible Shaq, I think you got to throw in A tier just because of his dominance. I know he's so much better of a power forward, and he's only 7'1", but he's still such a good defender on the inside. Really good jump shot. I mean, it's the Diesel, man. It's Shaq. He's got to be in that A tier category. Mitchell Robinson, I'm going to go B tier as well. Another great defensive center card. I think he's just a worse version of Brook Lopez, but I think Mitchell Robinson's got some pretty good size. He's got a great player model, an amazing defender, and also fairly quick and athletic at that center spot. Mo Bamba, I think is going to be in B tier. He's actually got decent size, you know, for the center position. Once again, a much better power forward, but he's 7 foot with a 7'10" wingspan. Really good player model in the game. He's going to give you that defense, 96 block, 90 steal, 95 interior defense. So he still is a really good defender in game. Just once again, probably should be running him at power forward. Greg Oden, I'm gonna go C tier. Just not that great of a center card. Same thing with Pau Gasol. I just don't think they're really that great of center cards. Pau Gasol might be one of the better centers in C tier, but don't think either of those guys are really that great, to be honest. Pink Diamond Peter, I think you still give him B tier. He's 7'2" at center, 7'10" wingspan, still has a really good player model, and he can compete against some of the taller centers in the game, and he brings that size where a lot of centers don't, so I think he's going to be in B tier. Ralph Sampson, I'm going to go high A tier. I'm not sure if he's in the S tier category anymore, but for sure, at least going to be in that A tier category. Rudy Gobert, I'll give him B tier just because of his defense and size. This Sabonis, the Domantas Sabonis, I'm going to go in C. The Arvydas Sabonis, I think that's how you pronounce it, I'm going to go high B tier. I just don't like his jump shot. If I liked his jump shot, I think he'd be so much higher in the A tier category. And if he had a better release and was quicker, he could honestly be an S tier center card. I just don't like the fact that he's a little bit on the slower side and doesn't have that great of a jump shot, but still really good size, being a 7'3" center card. Tyson Chandler, I think, is also going to be in B tier. And I'm gonna move Rudy Gobert down to I'm gonna move Rudy Gobert down to C tier. I think he's a very similar center card to Will Chamberlain, and then Rick Smith is going to be rounding out my center card tier list. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. Yeah, guys, that's going to be my center card tier list. Let me know in the comment section down below what you guys would change about it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.